Hi guys, welcome to Origo. We are introducing a new script UI panel which we have created, PlugiT 2.5. It's a script UI panel which include most useful things we commonly using for mostly for the motion graphics. So let's explore one by one. So we have so many tools you can see here. So I have all the examples files for you. So let's explore one by one. So first we will go to the 3D tool which is called Plug3D. So in this Plug3D tool we have some samples. So let's open and work on it. As you can see, there is a AEP file already I have created. So let's see how it's look like. So my screen is little bit small, might be chances that you are not able to see it. So anyway, so let's see the output. As you can see, it's a 2.5D dimension which we have created, and mostly you can see that all the layers are Illustrator layers. So it's not required that you have to keep the Illustrator layer. You can use any different formats, and you can directly integrate the Photoshop file or Illustrator file. So I try to achieve the output on Illustrator. So for this, we have to just prepare the Illustrator file or Photoshop file or any other formats in a layer stack order. So I will show you how we created it. So before that, let's explore how it's looking like. So just let's go for the custom view so that you can see that how the layers are integrated here. As you can see, it's a 2.5D dimension uh, file which is all created by the Illustrator files. You can see the layers how it has been created. All the layers has been stacked properly. So achieving this one, you have to arrange the file in a stacking order. It's not necessary that you have to keep that in Illustrator file. You can use Photoshop file or any other formats like PNG or any other TIFF formats. So whatever formats, image format can be achieved at the same result. So what is the advantage of this one? Let's explore the advantages. So before that, we can just see how the files has been prepared for achieving this three-dimensional, sorry, 2.5D dimensional output. So let's explore the Illustrator file. So here is the Illustrator file which we are going to work on 2.5 dimension. So let's open it. So you can see that so many layers are there. The layers are arranged properly. So here the first background layer, then ground layer, then background layer, tree, all the layers has been separated. How much layer you are actually adding, that will give you more 2.5 dimensional depth. So you have to arrange all the layers individually properly in a stack order. So how the layers order should be there. So this is very important that you have to keep the layer order how you need it in your 2.5 dimension. So after you are creating this file, arranging all the way, then you can go for your After Effects. Then let's create the project. So new projects which I'm going to create, new project outside this one. So now we have the Illustrator file properly arranged. Now we want to import all the Illustrator file or PSD file which you have into the After Effects. So for that I'm going to create the folder structure. So first I have created the folder structure here. So I have the folder structure here. Just go into the footages and Illustrator file AI. So select my uh, the document, and just you have to cross check that the setting has been changed into composition retain layer size, because we need the layers as a retain layer sizes. So just I'm selecting it as it is. It's not necessary that much, but if it is, it will be come very uh, closer way. Okay, let's try in another way. Just go to the composition, just import the file. So while importing the file, you will have all the Illustrator file inside the AI file, which we have selected the folder. Now I just wanted to move the composition which automatically created into the pre-comp folder. So I'm just moving into the pre-comp folder. So here you can see, I'm sorry, I accidentally moved the uh, Illustrator files. So just moving the files into the pre-comp. So now just double click the pre-comp so that you can see that all the layers are properly arranged here. So just converting this file into 2.5D, it's very simple. Just go and click on our Plug3D button here, which is we created. So just click there, so automatically all the layers has been converted to 3D. So if you go into the different view, so you can see that all the layers has been properly arranged. So right now we are just seeing the active camera. Just go into the top view so that you can see that all the layers has been arranged properly. In it already, it is in a 2.5 dimension, so you can see that all the layers have default spacing, that which it's 100 pixels. So I will tell you what happened here. So automatically the one layer has been created. It's a null layer and it's having all the controls for the parallax effects which we wanted, and one camera has been created. As you can see here, it's a default camera which is already connected with the layers. So another layers are, all the layers are has been automatically converted to 3D. So what's the advantages here is automatically all the 3D layers has been arranged properly in the same direction. So let's see what is the tools which we have integrated here. So while you are selecting the null layer here, so the control layer here, so you will have so many options are here. So one is the point of interest, second is plug zoom, and the third one is a parallax spacing and cam rotate control. And while you are selecting each layers, you will see one detach options here. So I will come to that later. So first we can see what is the magic of it. So as I mentioned, there is 100 pixel distance for each layers, and you can see something a little different here. See what's this? Because you know that while we are just keeping the space on the from the one layer from camera to another, we have to scale it digitally. Here you don't want to do it because automatically the plugin has been, the script has been generated in the same way, which will keep the in proportion with the camera. So I just want to increase the parallax spacing. Now you can see that I'm just rotating the camera. You can see that it's not too much perspective there. So how we want to how we can actually give more space into there. So here is the first option, the magical option, that's called plug parallax spacing. So while you can see that there is 100 pixel default there, so I'm just dragging and just adding the more space into there, so that you can see all the layers are actually in betweenly keeping the same spaces. So right now I'm just adding it to 300. So what happened, each layers is keeping 300 spaces in between. So if I just go for maybe 500 or 600, just go for the 600, each layer will be moving in a 600 distance. So you can see that still it is scaling in between. So you don't want to go individually scale and move the things there. So if we go here and we can just rotate it, what happened here, so you can see that more layers has been moved here. So maybe we can keep 1500. Let's see how it look like. So 1500 has been moved. So each layer, so let's see a custom view, so that you can see that each layer has been keeping the 1000 layer distance here. So just go back to the like camera. So the parallax has been created here. So maybe we can try 3000. Yeah. So even whenever we are actually just going into the values, parallax values, you can see that each layer is actually maintaining the same size. And maybe you want to move little bit even after you are just adding the values in a different dimension. You can even scale it if you want. So I'm just keeping as it is. Maybe the first grass, I think this one, yeah, first grass, I just need a little more space. You can see that it is already scripted. But you don't want to worry about that. If it's scripted, still you can actually modify it. So I just wanted to scale a little bit here, maybe a little bit upside. Okay, so if you want, you can do the separate modification here. So one thing I just wanted to tell you, that there is one layer that's called ground. So here, this one I created for the ground, the platform which I wanted. So I just wanted to rotate it. So just go for the rotation settings, and you can see that all the rotation settings is same. We can just adjust it here. So but before adjusting the settings, so one option I just wanted to tell you, that this layer, I don't want this layer in this particular spacing, 3D spacing. So how I can do this? So you just select it. So you can see that in the FX control there is one option that's called a detach. So if I click here, what will happen? The particular layer has been detached from the parallax spacing control. So if you go back and just select the settings, and if you just the spacing, parallax spacing, the layers, all other layers will be adjusted. But what happened, the particular layer has been detached from the parallax spacing. So just going back to the ground, it's not necessary that you have to detach it. You can even keep it as it is. I'm just rotating in the ground as to maybe in 90 degree, or yeah, 90 degree, and just move it down so that I can keep the layer as my ground. So it's, you have to prepare this one while you're working, you are creating the Illustrator file or Photoshop file, whichever you are actually keep creating the graphics for 2.5D. So here you can see that I have arranged my ground layer. So maybe I just wanted to detach it here, so I can detach it here. So if you are detaching it, you have to be more careful, that because the layer has been moved so much down. So I think better I can keep like this. So if you want, you can even scale the separate layer, just maybe to, okay, so it's separately moved. So while you are adjusting the parallax, the layer automatically getting scaled. Also, you can separately scale the layer. So here, my 2.5D has been properly created. So if you want, you can go for the camera settings, but I don't recommend usually, because the camera setting is very, you know, all the settings and things are there, but problem is it's very hard to adjust. At least we need a simplified version of that. That's why we created this particular script. So here we have different another options are there. One of this is point of interest. So while, what is a point of interest? Point of interest is something that which you can change the interest where you have the focus. So I can just have the point of interest here, or you can just click and drag somewhere else where you want the point of interest. You can just keep as you wanted. So I just wanted the point of interest as a 0 and 0 default for that present project, or you can just zoom it. Actually, this zoom is not camera zooming, and you have to be very careful about that. This one is like a proper scaling. The total project will be scaling. So if you want the exact parallax value, so what you can do is you can just go to the plug control and the position. So in this position, you can see that all the values are defaultly 0, especially the Z value, and the other values are, you can see that is a divide value of the entire document sizes. I am just having the full HD one, so it's a division, so divided by 2. So defaultly all the 3D camera, 3D layers will be created as it is. So now I'm just clicking the position value on the 0 on the first frame and going to the last frame. Just maybe how much I wanted to zoom, just zoom it, so you can see the magic. All the parallax has been created. Just maybe we can go for 2000. Let's see how much. No, I just need more. I think maybe 10,000. Oh, okay, let's go for 15,000. How it's look like? 15,000. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. So just maybe we can add some easy. Just go for easy. Yeah. Let's see how it's look like. See, all the parallax has been created, boys. All the parallax has been created. I didn't do any particular animation to the project, so I don't see the value for the particular time. Just RAM played how it's look like. See, guys, all the 2.5 has been created in a few minutes. You don't want to worry about the layer arrangement, spacing, everything. So I think you enjoy this one. You can, if you want, you can have the more adjustments, like maybe I'm seeing a little bit ground. I think the ground need to go a little more down. So I think let's move it down. Sorry, it's a background layer. Sorry. So just select and move the ground a little bit. Okay, maybe. Okay, this fine. Okay, so This is the 2.5D which we created in a simple way, by simple way. See, so this is Plug3D. So I think you enjoyed it a lot and very helpful plugin to do it very easily. The only thing we just need to concern about or consider about arranging the layer in a proper order. The layer should be ordered, arranged, stacked in a proper order. So guys, hope you enjoyed. Let's see in another option.